When reviewing effective instructional strategies from theory to practice by Kenneth D. Moore, I noticed several things. Two things that stood out most were what it takes to be an effective teacher and those things that you must embody and how that they can affect your classroom. Effective instructional strategies said, a good teacher must be able to transform knowledge into learning activities that motivate students to learn. This is a big deal within the classroom. You can have all the natural teaching instincts, but if you don't know how to transform that knowledge, it's not going to be effective. You also have to be able to address the diversity and the technology differences within your classroom. So teachers today have technology that teachers 20 years ago didn't have. You have to be able to utilize those things because those are things that your students enjoy. Those are things that they spend their free time doing. Those are things that exist within your school. And if you don't utilize them, they're going to become distractions, so you might as well use them to your benefit. An effective teacher must be able to be organized, manage their time well, and interact well with others. So in terms of organizing, you must be super organized. If you're not organized, it's going to reflect in your teaching, and your teaching quality of instruction is going to be lower. The most effective teachers are well-planned and well-prepared. They have a positive classroom environment. They use great teaching techniques, and they show professional behaviors. They also must be able to communicate. You're not only communicating with your students, but also with fellow staff, the school boards, principals, families, anyone, and at any time. You must be able to discuss any of the topics, whether good or bad, things that have been going on with your students that they've been struggling with or things that they've been doing well with. You need to be able to do those things with professionalism, but also a softness, because sometimes those conversations are hard to have. You also must be able to make decisions on the fly. Some things can be well thought out, they can be well planned, but sometimes things change and you have to be able to make quick decisions, because if you're not doing that, then that just leaves lagging time within your classroom, and that's not benefiting the children. The book also says for many years a teacher's personal qualities were believed to be the most important attributes for effective teaching. But today we consider that effective teachers are using day-by-day instruction to do this. So it comes from two sources: how you teach, the procedures you use, and the wisdom of practice. So the more experienced you are, the easier it'll be. And I know that teaching is not it's not easy at all. But the more experienced you are, the more effective you tend to be. Effective instructional strategies also said, to be effective, teachers must be sensitive in the changing needs of society and must be organized. These are things that I feel I embody as well, and that will make me an effective teacher. I'm very sensitive to the changing needs of society. I work full-time at a residential facility that cares for people with disabilities, and this is something that we have to really focus on, because society is very different to how it used to be, and we must keep up with these trends in order to best serve these clients. And I also am very well organized. Because I work full-time, I have to organize my entire life, plan out all of my days in advance, and I allow time for error because sometimes things happen, and that's just part of life. You also must do that in your teaching, because not every day is going to go smoothly.